Howdy y'all, welcome back to another dev blog, and let's just start things right off with the biggest thing, the is this the Hall of Wisdom? I think Hall of Knowledge, and I don't remember what it's called. Hall of Wisdom is what it's called. Evidently I have no clip on. I should probably turn that off. So this is it's built. It's pretty large. I was just going to say that doesn't not exist. It does actually exist. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's very empty. We do have some little trees going on here with some shrooms and stuff, but nobody really cares about that. What we actually wanted to look at, and the reason I mentioned this is because I changed the spawn location because people insisted on building stuff around spawn, which was against the rules, but it looked nice and I didn't want to just destroy it. So this is now the new spawn location. So when you type spawn in, you will appear right on top of this teleport pad. You've got the news, you've got the rules, everything's here. You just you can go right back to the normal old-fashioned spawn by doing this. Takes you right back to the spawn point here, and then you can go down and get to all of the stuff. But we're not actually worried about that right now. So let's go back to the Hall of Wisdom and take a look at a couple of the little things I've got going on here. So some of this is still kind of broken. And this is not how you will see this interfaced. But this is how I see it because I'm an admin and I can change the sign. So we have 3 sections where I can write text, and then I have a title up top here. And then you get the sign here, and you can right click on it to pull up the information, and we've got like this little statue of the scorpion, and I've got a little statue of the fairy, the nether larva, and the goblin. And these guys evidently don't have any information yet other than titles, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to get that put in yet. That's it for the first floor, which is why this stuff is still roped off. If we go up to the second floor, I've got some stuff here for the anvils, so like, you know, some information on it. Same with the crystal workshop, the mortar, the concrete mixers over here. We've got some information on the armor right here, and so we have the posts and the little rope things between them can both have signs. Those initially were not intended to be craftable, but you know what? I decided to make them craftable, so they are. I'm in creative, so I'm seeing stuff here that you can't craft. So like these statues aren't craftable, just for the record. But you can make these things. I guess they're actually called stanchions. That's like the real world name for them. I never knew that, but I did a Google search for like crowd controlled posts or something, and these were what pulled up, and this is what they are. So you just make it with a fence. It needs to be the applewood fence. And to make the version with a sign, you just do a sign in one of those. And then a piece of black wool will give you 4 of the ropes. And to make them with a sign, you use a sign and a rope. Pretty simple, pretty basic, pretty easy. You know, nothing too special about that. This is still very empty up here. So that's boring. Nobody cares about that. So we'll go ahead and go back here. The jail over here, I fixed the bug. I mean, the last video said the bug was fixed, but I actually used it to jail a person, and it worked perfectly. They were locked inside of the cell for however long I jailed them, which I don't remember how long that was. Oh, I needed to give a big shout out to JL for giving me 1 glow shroom. Thank you so very much. I really needed that 1 glow shroom. Nothing. Let me see if I can't find some of the new stuff. So let me take a quick look. So the signs for the Hall of Wisdom. Yep, I just covered that. Crossbow bolts. Yes, the crossbow bolt recipe was broken. That was due to a very stupid mistake on my part. I believe I had, instead of default stick, I think I forgot the letter F in default, so you couldn't craft crossbow bolts. You can now. The arrow tips are made in the anvil, if anybody was unaware as to how that works. Oh, added the scaffolding mod. And I don't know how to... Wow, I really don't know how to spell. So you can build the different scaffolding blocks. I don't actually know how to build these. Somehow you can build them from not... No, like how do you build it from not other scaffolding? I know you can somehow. How do you make these? Oh, here we go. 2 blocks and a stick and you'll get 4 of them. Or you can do it like that. So you can make scaffolding. The scaffolding wrench is made in the anvil as well. So yes, you have more and more reasons to need anvils. Ooh, books. This was a requested thing. So if you have a book, leave me alone, dumb zombie. I'm trying to record a super epic dev blog here. If you have a book and it has something contents in it as such, and you give it to somebody else, or more so somebody else gave me this book. If I was given the book, I can't change the contents in it, which makes it pretty much useless other than to use as fuel. However, you can now take a book that's written in, put it in the craft grid, and you can empty it and get a book that you can use. So that's neat. Let's see, I tweaked the dungeon loot mod, so now dungeons will drop some other loots. I don't know where any dungeons are, so I can't really demo that. The item frames were broken-ish. Broken's probably not the right word. Let me just get an item frame real quick so I can demo this. We'll just grab an item frame, sure, and we'll grab a turtle it was. I mean, you could use anything, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then I think I need the magical lasso to pick the turtle up without taming it. Alright, so we're just gonna, whoops. We'll just throw the item frame right on here because nobody really cares. We'll place a turtle. We'll catch the turtle. We now have a tamed turtle. And if we place the tamed turtle in the sign, we will see that it's just a sea turtle. Though it still has underscore set. Before this fix, it would show a ton of, it was all the metadata actually for the egg. And I did a string split with the first space after it, which fixes it for the most part, though we still get an underscore in the name turtle there, which we really shouldn't. But it's as fixed as it can be because there's too many edge cases that could exist, I suppose. So yeah, that's fixed to the point it's fixable. There was a node that could start fires that I was unaware of could start fires. We have this, whatever this thing is, earth build hearth. It does a little fire like this. Yeah, it turns out this would spread fire to adjacent wooden nodes, which obviously we don't really want because we've had some issues with fire here, as you may or may not have noticed. So currently this doesn't spread fire anymore. So you can use these fires if you want in your houses or whatever. And don't I have like an actual I don't. Okay, that's cool. Why would I need an actual axe? And they won't burn your houses down. So that is a nice change. This is taking forever without an axe. Why don't I have like a titanium axe? I am an admin after all. I should have all of the cool toys. All right, we'll just pull that out of here and destroy this. Can you use a pickaxe on this thing? Nice. Oh, and I have to get rid of this too. All right, so that is fixed. Mummies drop bones now. So if you're ever out and about around a pyramid and you run into some mummies and you kill them, you can get some bones from them so you can make bone meal and stuff. The anti-firebomb is fixed. I don't know if you're going to be able to even tell. But there was a mistake in the code previously, and any firebombs that went off were audible to the entire server, which obviously was not intentional and was kind of annoying. So that's fixed. So now you need to be nearby to actually hear the explosions, as should be the case. So that is a nice little fix. Papyrus was broken. Not necessarily my fault, but I fixed it. So the Papyrus mod, I don't know if Papyrus, does that grow on sand? I don't even know. I think it needs to be on dirt with grass. We'll throw some out here though, just to see. So as you may have noticed if you've played on the server, you put footprints down when you walk sometimes. Well, the code that made the Papyrus grow was looking for default dirt with grass, and if it was I think it's trail dirt with grass, if it has the footprint on it, it wouldn't grow. So I just had to overwrite the function and have it check for that node name as well. So Papyrus should grow as normal on any nodes it used to grow on and the stepped on versions of those nodes. So your Papyrus should be growing again. Thank you to, who pointed that bug out to me? I think Emerald mentioned that bug. So thank you for letting me know. I got that fixed. The drinks mod respects area protections now. So if we have sitting duck here doing a whatever you want to call this, getting in on the fun. So we have the drinks mod right here, and we have these two containers like this, and you can put drinks in, take drinks out, and you can empty the barrel completely by clicking the purge button. Yeah, well, in the past, anybody could click the purge button. So if you were in a protected area and you placed these nodes out and you had them full of your juices and stuff, people could just empty all your juice or steal all your juice. So now they need to be in the area protection or have protection bypass, which only I have. So I can still steal your juice and purge your juice containers, but I would never do that. Let's see. That is fixed. We've got some new little additions here. I was hoping to find some of these guys just naturally running about in the wild, but I'm not seeing any. Oh wait, here one is. I just seen him do his little thing. So I added these gnomes. This past Saturday, I did a live stream and I made this little gnome dude. I mean, it's super lame, okay? But it's a gnome, dudes. I mean, like, you're just this cute little guy. They come in 5 or 6 different colors. We got, that's supposed to be orange. I know it looks more brown, but it's supposed to be orange. We got a blue one out here. Actually, there's 2 blue ones out here. They seem to get stuck around fences for some reason. I don't really know why. We got green ones. There's red ones. There's purple ones. I don't think there's yellow ones, but they just walk around and they turn scorched dirt or scorched soil, I forget what this is called, back into normal dirt. So then the grass spread can happen, which I realize is going to ruin people's paths. I didn't realize people were making paths out of scorched dirt. So I may rethink that and offer another solution for these paths. Make something similar to it if people want to use it for paths. Actually, I might just make it so you can craft scorched dirt into this node right here, and then make this node a diggable node. But yes, they'll replace that, and as they walk around, right now they're a little high. I tweaked it, but it hasn't pushed the server yet. They use bone meal as they walk around. So you will notice, perfect timing, little buddy, perfect timing. They plant grass and flowers because they're gnomes, and that's what gnomes do. You know, they like things to be pretty. They mainly spawn, well, actually, it's the only place they will be spawning, on this scorched soil out here. Oops, this is the only place they will be spawning after the next server restart, and they'll just replace this with normal dirt, and they do the bone meal thing. I need to look at the bone meal and see how I can make it so when they use bone meal, it turns the scorched soil back to normal soil. I think that should be possible, but I haven't looked at the code and seen what I need to do to add it yet. But yeah, this is where you'll find gnomes. Monsters do kill them. And you can kind of lure them, but I won't tell you how. But you can make them go places. So figure it out. Let's see. The last thing is the land deeds. These are yeah, they're pretty sweet looking, aren't they? I 100% totally took this texture off of Open Game Art. I forget who made it, but I did not create this texture, so don't give me any credit for it. But you can do now I have to remember what it's called. Area underscore position 1. This actually you can't do yet, come to think of it, because nobody has the area's permission. I will be adding a school up by the Hall of Wisdom where you can go to school and get the area's permission and the spill and the fire permission. But now we have this area and we're ready to protect it. So then we do like protect test. And as you see, we lost the land deed, but this area is now protected. So to use the protection, obviously you'll have to have the protection privilege, which will be easy to get, and then you'll need a land deed to actually use the protection. Only to protect the area. You can still, I don't know how you delete an area. Area underscore delete 5. That's clearly not the right invalid command. Okay, well I don't know how to do that, so I'll do that off the stream. You don't get your deed back when you delete an area, okay? Or if you give it to somebody else, you don't get it back. You also don't need one to do either of those. So you just need the deed to create the initial protection. And the deeds will be either like a extremely super mega ultra rare drop, or I'll hand them out as prizes and awards, either from live streams or events or something of that nature is how you will get your grubby little mitts onto land deeds so you can protect stuff. Otherwise, obviously, you have the protection nodes that everybody, you just craft them like normal. I looked into, I want to see the craft recipe. I just want to see how to craft this thing from, here we go. You just need steel, wait, what? No, what are we seeing here? There we go. You need stones and a gold ingot. I looked into making like a second version of this that protects a smaller area. I don't think that's possible without like doing a lot of code. And as you all know, or should know, I'm very lazy. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen. I actually couldn't figure out in the code where it decided how big the area was supposed to be. Like there's a configuration setting for it. But when you place the node, I don't see anything that actually uses that setting. So I don't know if I can make another version that uses half the size and make it a little less expensive to craft. And I think that's everything. Looking through the stuff here, that should be it. That's all that I had in the news. So that should be it. Obviously, there are probably a few other small tweaks that didn't get their way in, like spawning rates on stuff. I didn't feel that everything was newsworthy, so I don't put everything into the news. Just the stuff that's like newsworthy. Duh. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the server. Join the server first before you enjoy it, and then enjoy the server if you want to. And if you don't enjoy the server, just don't play on it. And it is still in beta, so there's still stuff broken. If you find something broken, please let me know on the Discord and video comments, the mailbox in the secondary spawn, I guess, the old spawn. Yeah, and that's it for this video. So tune in next week for another update, and I will see you then.